Thanks for joining me on the Ant Panda channel. I'm Ant Panda. Well, May the 4th has come and gone already this year, and as you know, as a fellow nerd or geek or even a fan of Star Wars, that famous saying that everybody remembers when it comes to May the 4th, live long and prosper. I'm just kidding. Maybe not. May the 4th be with you is a famous kind of saying for May the Force be with you for Star Wars fans across the world. So for Will It Install, we're going to cover two titles, if my camera will focus. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, because this is the greatest invention ever to be known to Star Wars, which is pod racing in the prequels. Actually, really love this title. I love it in the arcades. Let's see if we can install it onto our machines. And then once we're done there, we'll go ahead and pursue to the stars, and I'll include the next game in the middle of the episode. So, when it comes to pod racing, at least for this one, it's just a simple disc and small manual. So, what we're going to do, let's see if it installs, and then give it a go or two. Yes! Nope. Well, that went fast enough. Definitely won't work on modern PC, so you will not be able to install it there. However, you got an XP machine, you got anything older, it's going to work just fine. Let's swap on over. Well, now that we actually got through this, I know what you really are looking forward to. For this celebration of Star Wars and May the 4th, let's see if we can actually get to the stars, my friends, in the Xwing Collectors Edition. Because who doesn't want to fly an X-Wing? I always did, and it made a lot of sense to do that. But also, I have the question of, should I fly in a B-Wing? But let's unbox these things and take a look and see if will it install, and if not, will it install on other things? And if it won't, does GOG have it? Because that's generally what happens. So, alright, in our Xwing Collectors Edition CD-ROM, we've got everything pretty much in it. Enhanced 3D avert graphics of everything. It's got all of the nice little screenshots. It's also got pretty much all the extra missions, the full screen cinematic action sequence. It's got the roars of the TIE fighters and everything. And plus, this does include already the Bwing tour of duty, which I actually found this and picked it up pretty much immediately because it's so cool. The Bwings actually one of my favorites. Actually, the Y-Wing's probably the top. Bwings probably number 2, and then, of course, you know, the Xwing. But yeah, this one itself is just a floppy disk. I did take a look at it in just a manual, so it's not much. But it also has the tours that are included in here, because that's what the game is. It's a tour of simulator experiences. So you got the disc here, you got the huge, I would say huge manual at the time. There's also the TIE Fighter edition, which is also part of it as well. And you've got this adventure book that used to come with all these LucasArts games, which is just incredible time to be alive, because this is where you got all your merch you could purchase. They also had some updates from LucasArts that was coming out and talking about it. This obviously is talking about the collector's edition. All the Super Star Wars, Super Indiana Jones, Full Throttle, the Dig, all that stuff. And there's even a special Dig edition that shows the 4th person versus 3. We'll probably cover that later. But yeah, Rebel Assault is talked about, Indiana Jones, all the figures and stuff like that you can buy. So it was so cool. So anyway, let's throw this puppy in there. Alright, in pure typical fashion with that, I'm not even going to show it because it happened pretty much immediately. The installer for this Enhanced Edition, even though it's on CD, is obviously not a 64-bit you know, kind of version of it that will actually work on modern systems. So you're going to get that hard blue coded error that you just can't get around. I've also installed it on earlier models. Even XP doesn't like it. So you're looking at Millennium, Windows 98, 95 in order for it to actually work. However, there's of course the alternative, and since it's May the 4th and everything's on sale for Star Wars, pick it up on GOG and it will work just fine. That's what I'm gonna actually show right now, because it's a fantastic game. So and it's one I actually haven't played much of, so let's do it. Because that was the only way that everybody in an Xwing.
Welcome to the flagship Independent.
Hey, I got it to work. Alright. A Panda. Going in.
You may proceed.
Continue the tour, shall we?
The attack against an Imperial.
I know exactly what I'm doing. In this helmet, it's like my face is burning up. Really bad. Alright, we're going to hyperspace. okay. We've got one more mission we have to do. It's what we came here to do. It's not just to play the Bwing or the Xwing. It's to play the Bwing, the prototype that is full of destruction and weapons and terribleness. So we're going to play the Bwing tour, at least one of them. I wonder nobody wants to wear them. They're just awful. Fly the first armed Bwing prototype in a desperate fight to evade capture.
Project Shantipole has been compromised by an Imperial spy. The Verpine staff will be evacuated aboard the corvette Shantipole. Commander Akbar and his aides will be evacuating on the shuttle Falcon. Prototype number 1 is unarmed, but number 2 will be able to help cover the evacuation.
Slow down the banking. Get him. Got I've been disabled. Well, that about does it for this episode of Will It Install. None of them install, and if you can get them for pennies on the dollar on GOG, it's probably going to be the best for your modern day system. And also, all of these Star Wars helmets are terribly uncomfortable. Especially this one. So, I say again, may the Force be with you, but most likely, what we're going to be talking about more as we get to future episodes is live long and prosper as we dive in to the Star Trek universe of old PC games. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you in the next one.